You will soon bow before your king, puny mortals. Enjoy what time you have left. Mr. Clicksflix is sponsored by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning roll for all your gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the links found in the description of this video. Hello and welcome back to another Heroclix team building video. Today we are building a team with the trickster god himself on the most appropriate day of days. So let's go ahead and take a look at this team. This team is a 300 point Asgardian theme team. It features number 002 from the Mighty Thor set, Loki, with 2 God of Trickeries, and the 100 point number 103 Loki, also from the Mighty Thor Heroclix set, and the WKM 027 Con exclusive Loki. So let's go ahead and take a look at each individual figure, then we'll talk about how this team's going to work. Alright, so here we are with the 002 Loki from the Mighty Thor Heroclix set. He has the Asgardian deity and mystical keywords. He starts off with a trait called God of Trickery. During force construction, you may add 2 number 002 Lokis from the Mighty Thor Heroclix set to your starting force on the click number 1 that appears after the KO. It has a 0 point value for all effects, including scoring. So that starting click number would be the one after the 2 KO clicks before the end of the dial there, that feature a 8 movement with phasing teleport, 10 attack with incapacitate, 18 defense with super senses, and a 1 damage with a special. Those 2 clicks look exactly like the first 2 clicks on the main 65 point version, which makes it really confusing to deal with. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second trait that this character has. Illusion or reality. Loki starts the game on click number 1 that appears after the blue KO. So that would be click number actual 1 on the dial, that's followed by 3 other clicks. Until an effect needs to know, you don't have to reveal the point value of number 002 Loki. So this can be very frustrating for an opponent. They don't know. You might end up not knowing, if you're not careful, which one's the actual full point Loki. Then he has a special on his defense that says, "This no longer amuses me, stop," which in the modern 2017 Heroclix rules means it's immune to Pulse Wave and Outwit. Invulnerability. Each time this click is revealed, all other friendly number 002 Lokis. Each time this click is revealed, KO all other friendly number 002 Lokis from the Mighty Thor Heroclix set. Basically, once your main Loki gets to click number 3 with that stop click on the defensive power slot, your other 2 God of Trickeries go away. But still pretty cool. He has a special on his first 2 clicks of his dial, and the only 2 clicks of the God of Trickery tokens. It's called My. You just keep falling for this, don't you? Shape change. When Loki uses it and succeeds, after resolution, you may generate within range and line of fire the Mighty Thor number 002 Loki on click number 1 that appears after the orange KO. They have a 0 point value for all game effects, including scoring. So you're not giving anything away when people KO these. And if you succeed on a shape change, you get another Loki. I'd say you probably need 3 or 4 of these guys on your sideline. I didn't have them here in the original team because they're not, part of your initial build, but they are there. And basically the idea with this guy is you're just going to be using him to confuse and befuddle your opponent, giving him some extra action tokens with that end cap, and then eventually if you do get knocked on to that invulnerability click, he has Psychic Blast, which is pretty good, and Outwit, which is also great, so you can get rid of Invincible. Just overall a good figure. Let's go ahead and take a look at another figure that is almost the same. Alright, and this is Loki number 102 from the Mighty Thor Heroclix set. It's from the starter set. This one has a lot more stuff to offer, at least offensive-wise, in my opinion. Has an 8 range dual target, has the Asgardian and mystical keywords, has the Mystics team ability, and is coming in at 100 points. That top dial with the 11 Psychic Blast, 8 movement phasing teleport, 17 defense with super senses, 3 damage with shape change. And he has one trait, and this is what really makes him stand out. Loki's treachery goes on. At the beginning of the game, give Loki an illusion token. When he will be KO'd, remove the illusion token and turn him to click number 1 instead. If he has an illusion token, he can use colossal stamina and cannot be healed. So that means you have to kill this guy twice. So really, for 100 points, you're getting a 12-click figure that for 6 of his clicks has colossal stamina. And that's just amazing whenever you figure in he has rollouts for days. The colossal stamina makes it so that you can, if you want to, get to that pulse wave. And he's really a good offensive force to be reckoned with that you can throw out there. And the fact that he looks like the other Lokis might confuse your opponent a little bit and make it that much more interesting and fun to play with. So next up, we are going to be looking at our last figure. Alright, and here we are with the last member of the team. This is WKM 027 Loki, a 2015 convention exclusive. He starts off with a 7 range, 2 bolts, has the mystical team ability, comes in at 115 points, has the Asgardian, Deity, Mystical, and Young Avengers keywords. Starts off with an 8 movement with Mind Control, 11 attack with Incapacitate, 18 defense with super senses, and 3 damage with probability control. And this guy just has a ton of stuff going on here. He has improved movement, ignores elevated terrain, ignores hindering terrain. He has 2 different traits. One is called Tricky Trickster. Loki can use shape change and sidestep. Lines of fire can't be drawn to Loki by opposing characters 150 points or less if Loki has 1 or fewer action tokens, unless that character has the Asgardian, Deity, or Mystical keyword. So you're not really going to be able to draw too many lines of fire to this guy. It is just really difficult to get lines on him. He's sort of like a low-key Beta Ray Bill. Not quite as good. I'd say Beta Ray Bill's blocker is better, but still, this is a really good one. Then his other trait is Loki and Thor working together. These truly are end times. A theme team may include Loki, and is still a theme team as long as a character named Thor is on the force. No Thor's on this team, but we're still having an Asgardian team. But that's a good trait to know about. Then he has a special on his attack, which shows up on clicks 4 and 5. And it is Graham, the Sword of Sigvard, the Revealer of Truths. Loki can use Blades Claw's Fangs, but his minimum result for the roll is 4. When Loki uses Blades Claw's Fangs and hits, you may choose that damage dealt be penetrating. If you do, remove all action tokens from the hit character after action resolves. So you have a chance at dealing 4 penetrating Blades Claw's Fangs damage. And then, you might have to remove tokens from your opponent. But if they have no action tokens, there's no drawback to it. Or if you think you're going to KO them with that, again, still no drawback to it. Then on clicks 3 and 6, he has a special on his defense called To Fight Another Day. Loki can use regeneration. When he does, he can use probability control for that action. So really cool power set there for 115 points. He is 6 clicks long and really just an annoyance to deal with. So let's go ahead and get everybody together and we'll talk about the general strategy for this team. So if you guys didn't get it, the theme of this team when we went over the individual figures is to generally annoy and befuddle your opponent. The point of the 65-point God of Trickery Lokis is to just give your opponent something to chase around that might not actually hurt your team too much. And also, he's a decent secondary attacker when you get on those Psychic Blast clicks without wit. So you're definitely going to be able to use him there. And for 65 points, he's really good. 85 points if you include the 2 God of Trickeries, which we did here. Just a really good, really annoying, and potential to get a whole field full of these shape-changed Trickery Gods if your rolls are really good. Then the point of the other one. He has a little bit higher attack value at an 11. The 100.102 Loki, also from the Mighty Thor set. Just really annoying to deal with, having to deal those 12 clicks of damage on him. He has 2 potential rollouts. Pulse Wave, this guy's just really a chore to deal with. And then you have that Colossal Stamina so that you can push yourself even more if need be. And then the convention exclusive Loki, the young Loki, is just going to be a nightmare for your opponent to deal with as far as trying to target him to begin with. And that probability control is going to make it even harder. And then you throw in that if you do deal damage to him, he's going to be able to come in with that Gram Sword. And then he has regeneration if you do manage to hit him. And just in order to get through this team, you're going to have to KO a lot of figures, and you're going to have to deal a lot of damage. And it's going to be a lot for your opponent to deal with. And all those incapacitates are actually really going to wear an opponent down if you're able to incapacitate them with the God of Trickery Lokis at 65 points and the convention exclusive Loki at 115. And then just sort of sit back and take pot shots with your 100.102 Loki with Psychic Blast. So, what do you guys think of this Loki team? I thought it was pretty cool, especially considering that today is April Fool's. If you would like to put together a different Loki, or maybe feature one Loki on a different team, go ahead and put that in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and share this video. It really helps keep me motivated to make more videos. And if you really like this video, make sure to check out the description of this video for various ways to support the channel. You can visit me on patreon.com/MrClicksFlix. Always doing cool rewards there, as well as giveaways each and every month. You can also visit my Spreadshirt store for some really cool Heroclix related swag. Or if you're just going to be visiting Amazon and doing some regular shopping, make sure to click that affiliate link before you do get over there, and then a portion of your purchase will come back to Mr. Clicksflix at no additional cost to you, so it's really a win-win for everybody. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.